like a stupid question.
Probably is, because, yeah, go ahead. Skilled managers equals high morale, which equals all that cool stuff that you cannot pay for and you can't punish for. When you close off that feedback channel, you are not going to be able to hear the truth. In the first microseconds, your brain can't tell the difference between physical danger and what we call social danger.
I mean, I'm pissed off at you.
Me, specifically?
Well, just because you're my boss and all.
Employees tend to get promoted until they reach their level of incompetence. Go forward and don't suck.
Greetings, Earthlings, as well as my Martian listeners. Folks, what does it mean to be an authentic leader? If you're at all involved in the stratosphere of leadership development, you'll see this idea of being authentic come up at this point ad nauseum. So I've thought a lot about what it means to be an authentic leader. And I want to riff on that a little bit today. Now, I've struggled for a long time with the idea of being an authentic leader. Being an authentic leader is, again, in vogue. But for a while, I just couldn't put my finger on it. Does it mean expressing yourself fully and bringing your full self to work, as we often hear? As in, I should just act at work like I do with my buddies at the bar? I mean, that can't be, right? Does it mean always stating exactly what I think and ensuring I express all my opinions? I mean, that seems like a recipe for disaster. It seems pretty clear to me that at work, especially as a leader, you have to have tact with how you communicate and what you communicate. And there has to be self-control with what you say. So what does it mean to be an authentic leader? Does it mean complete candor? Does it mean removing any filter on what you say and how you act? No, I don't think so. I actually believe that would be selfish as a leader. To me, that's you meeting your needs by being loosey-goosey with how you behave at the expense of those around you who have to deal with your behavior. So you see the issue here? I think we often confuse self-control with a lack of authenticity. As leaders, we have to practice self-control. We have to hold back opinions. We have to not say everything we think and feel about ourselves, about work, and about the people we lead. Especially in a leadership position, restraint is key. Selective communication is key. Strategic communication is key. So then, what does it mean to be authentic? Honestly, my favorite definition is a quote I saw from Adam Grant recently. Adam Grant is an organizational psychologist, and here's what he said. Authenticity is not about expressing every opinion you hold. It's about ensuring that what you voice reflects what you value. That's it. That's it. It's when you do choose to communicate and voice ideas and opinions, it accurately reflects what you truly do think and believe and value. Being authentic is being non-performative. It's showing up with your own character, beliefs, attitudes, idiosyncrasies, rather than putting on this show in order to show up in a way you think people want you to be. And this can be difficult because we all want to be part of the group. We all want belonging. We all want connection. So it can be hard to do this depending on the environment you're in. So what does it mean to be an authentic leader? It's not pretending like you know something you don't, or that you don't know something that you do. It's being willing to say, I don't know, or you're better at this than me, or I need help, or I'm struggling, or I'm feeling lonely. You see, I really believe that authenticity and vulnerability are siblings in this way. But you still have to choose the right time, right place, right people to express this to. Because being vulnerable, by definition, is opening yourself up to potentially being hurt. So what does it mean to be an authentic leader? It's not pretending like you believe something you don't, or that you don't believe something that you do, or that you're someone you're not. But it doesn't mean you always communicate what you believe willy-nilly. Again, this is an adult social skill called self-control. So here's what I think. It's when you do choose to communicate, you're still doing so with tact and self-control and self-awareness, but you're not communicating something that is fake or untrue about yourself for political or social gain. That's workplace politics, folks. Communicating things you don't really believe or behaving in ways that is counter to your values for your own bureaucratic gain. Folks, playing politics and being an authentic leader don't go together. Authenticity and self-control are not mutually exclusive. I hope you're hearing me on this. Authenticity and selective communication are not mutually exclusive. Authenticity and playing politics are indeed mutually exclusive. Look, in my early 20s, I had a job that burned me out and made me miserable and depressed. Because I chose to play politics and behave and act in ways that were against my own values in order to be a part of that culture, in order to be a part of the group and to be accepted there. This is a little hard to say, but look, I got used to calling people out in public for their lack of effort and poor work. I got used to embarrassing people publicly in this workplace because, hey, this was a call-out culture, and that's what I did. Right in front of everybody, I would call people out. In a sense, I would shame them. I still think about this today, and I still regret this. I hurt people. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I hurt people. It wasn't right of me to call people out and embarrass them and shame them in that way. And I hurt myself because this wasn't who I was, nor was it my values. I also pretended to be this extroverted, elbow-rubbing, party guy, because that's how you fit in and got noticed in this culture. And all of these behaviors that were counter to my values and beliefs and my core self, look, it worked. I moved up quickly. And I was successful, at least when viewed from the outside perspective. But inside, I was lonely, I was lost. It wasn't who I was. And honestly, I just wasn't acting in accordance with my values. And over time, the people I was leading here began to notice that I wasn't exactly who I was trying to portray. Look, I value bringing love and respect and encouragement into the world. I value courage and helping others find their courage. Now, today, I get to live through my values in the work I do, and I'm really proud of this. My soul, my spirit are fulfilled by this. And I know deep down that I'm accepted by those who I lead here because they see me for who I am and because I've been willing to show that to them. Authentic leadership requires deep and often painful self-exploration of oneself. It requires time alone to learn about yourself. It requires painful trial and error, like what I went through during that job in the early part of my career. It requires deep reflection and deep conversation with yourself and others you trust. If we want to be authentic leaders, which I believe we do, we need to do this work. We need to identify our core values and then speak and act and live through them in the workplace and beyond. And when we live and lead authentically, we're free because we're no longer hiding. We're no longer trying to remember who we were pretending to be the last time we interacted with someone, or the false stories or ideas we told people. We don't have to keep track of these types of deceptions because we know what we have expressed and how we have behaved is true to us. And when we live and lead authentically, others can see this. Others are attracted to this. Others respect this. And you'll go further and farther together. I truly believe it will be a life well lived. Please, share this episode with maybe 1 or 2 leaders in your life that might need this message, if you're moved to do so. Cheers.